Hi, Deep.
Hello, buddy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Quite going
Deep, we
on.
have
Can't complain.
Deep, we have a title sponsor for today's show.
What are you saying? Well done, my man. Well done.
Yeah,
So you
you're
finally
not
managed to come
get.
up with me.
Yeah, you're not getting me, so I thought I'll get one. That's it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Deep, let's get started. So the first big thing is we are inching closer and closer and closer to cricket. The Test match is not really far away. Yeah,
Yeah.
and ECB have actually done a wonderful thing. So what they've done is they've done over 700 tests, be it the coaching staff, be it the ground staff, the hotels, and everything else. So, and good news is zero positives so far.
That is it. See, on the other side, I know you will talk about it, but I just want to mention this. So on one side, you have the ECB 700 plus test. You have all the footballers and the leagues which has already started. Congratulations to all the Liverpool fans. Yeah.
Coming from a Man United fan.
Yeah, from a
Have to say
Man
that.
fan.
Yeah.
So on one side is that. On the other side, you have 10 Pakistani players being tested positive. So obviously, what you know is there is a right way and something which is not right. So I think we need to follow that right protocol, whatever is being followed there in England and all that, and follow that. So the good part is, as you mentioned a while ago, I think there is a right way. If we follow that, things will be all right.
Yeah, I think we had discussed this in our show a couple of weeks back, where in one way ECB going first, or ECB getting back to cricket first, there are some few things which BCCI could learn. So whenever cricket makes a comeback to India, so I think BCCI can learn a couple of things. So they'll start testing the hotels where the players are going to stay in, the ground staff, the transport, the logistic people and everything. So yeah. So talking about cricket in India, I think the sports minister has given a word that cricket will be back very soon in India. He expressed his doubts about.
I think what he said is sporting events can start in the month of August.
Yeah.
I think that's what I said, right? So
correct.
It's not just cricket. I think it's good news for sports in India that sports will start from August.
Yeah, he did express some doubt about contact sports. I think one of the most popular contact sports is obviously kabaddi. So kabaddi normally would have started by now. I think they generally start in the second week of July. So there's some doubts being cast over when kabaddi will return, or will kabaddi be happening this year at all. What we're hearing is currently Pakistan did not test a lot of people. So they named a squad of 29 of 30 and then tested them, and out of which 10 have sort of tested positive, and Hafiz has immediately given a different opinion saying I'm okay. Not just that, it's a mixture of red ball and white ball players as well. So there are some first 11 players also amongst the 10. So I think they're coming up with a couple of replacements. They've already named 5 people on standby. But the bigger, and they're supposed to leave on 28th. They're supposed to depart on a charter flight on 28th. So,
right. See, the other thing that will happen now, Adi, is they will obviously will again get tested when they land in England.
Yeah.
So that is the next hurdle in terms of medically that all these players have to cross is that medical test, because obviously, as we mentioned, for Hafiz, what PCB did was, that came positive. When he did it on his own, that came negative. So end of the day, I think what ECB will do is obviously test anyone who's coming in, and they'll go by that particular test. So, it boils down to that. Boris Johnson statement.
Correct. I'm reading the same thing.
Yeah, that was an interesting statement that Boris Johnson made. That's something, and he's not completely wrong. Let's be honest. But you take the saliva out of this thing, and it's not that bad then.
How are you going to maintain the ball? We are inching closer and closer to action. There's no solution on it. There's no alternate solution on it.
I will be very, very surprised if teams who have started practicing have not tried shining the ball with a sanitizer. You never know how the sanitizer will work, dude. If
Yeah.
sanitizer helps, right? If by any chance you figure out that either sanitizer helps in shining the ball or if sanitizer helps in making the ball heavy on one side, that'll be interesting. That'll be very interesting.
Yeah, like as we discussed a while back, the density of the sanitizer is obviously thicker than your sweat or whatever you apply on the ball. So it could
good
do
chance that the
weird things.
sanitizer will used to maybe might help reverse swing and all. Because legalized Vaseline, yeah, I mean, I'm all for it. For the timing, temporarily. See, I think we've discussed this once before as well here, Adi, that I think there'll be more changes in the playing conditions. This is not a full stop. They made those 5 changes. I think they will, as we start playing cricket, they'll figure out things which are more practical, things that can be done, that cannot be done. I think there'll be more changes in the next few months as far as playing conditions are concerned.
And the other thing, cricket's newest and strangest concept, 3TC, should have started on the 27th of June, but for some reason it's been postponed. We've not actually got there are no proper reasons as to why it's been postponed, but yeah, everybody is free to have their own guesses. So that's one. Sorry, you were saying something?
No, I'm saying that'll be interesting. I actually want to see how they play that form, right? 8 teams and all that. I mean, it's different. They've made a lot of fundamental changes to the sport, starting from the number of players allowed in a team. Will be interesting to see. I mean, I'm actually looking forward to it.
Yeah, hopefully it comes back soon. And the other thing is the other bilateral tournament which was supposed to happen this year, apart from IPL and the World T20, the Asia Cup, which happens every 2 years. The PCB CEO seems to be very confident that it will happen either in Sri Lanka or UAE this year. So which comes as
go on.
No, which then comes the next question. Where is the window for it?
I don't know, because if you think about it, UAE and Sri Lanka are the 2 countries where, I mean, thank God they are not affected as badly as some of the others are, right? Sri Lanka is already, they're planning some T10 tournament, I think sometimes they're planning to play a T10 tournament. Right? So I mean, logically and theoretically speaking, it is possible, both UAE and Sri Lanka at this point in time. But the issue is, if you look at the countries who will play there, you have Bangladesh that's hit, India that's hit, numbers are going up, Pakistan numbers are going up. So it's not about the venues. The reason why World Cup is still so undecided is it's not because of Australia. It is because of the 16 teams which will come to Australia. Right. So same with Asia Cup. It's not about where you organize it, whether you organize it in Sri Lanka or UAE, which are, thank God again, not that badly affected. But it's the teams which are going to come. Right. So for example, Pakistan, it looks good because Pakistan is already going to England. So obviously they will be in some kind of a quarantine anyways. India, we have no, right? I don't see anything happening before the month of, I mean, obviously July is only a week from now, but let's say.
And Bangladesh, apparently their office hasn't opened in a couple of months, the BCB office.
Yeah.
Because
right.
that
So
area is badly
Bangladesh,
affected.
you don't know. Yes, and you, I mean, then you're talking about obviously Sri Lanka and UAE, but there is, I think, Hong Kong who's also qualified.
Afghanistan, obviously.
Afghanistan, obviously, and Afghanistan, we don't know. I mean, yeah, so I mean, it's not going to be that easy because, like I said, it's not about the venues itself. It's also about what 7, 8 other teams which will be coming there.
Correct, absolutely. That apart from that, yeah. So the thing is, I think even the Pakistan situation is behaving slightly badly. But Ashley Giles has said, come what may, the tour is going to happen. So there's at least 2 cricket tournaments in the foreseeable future.
Yeah, I mean, they should, to be honest. I mean, it's quite surprising that, because, listen, summer in England is huge. I mean, it is important for the sport of cricket in England that they open up
Hmm.
because England, unlike, let's say, India, cricket in England, they compete with other sports. Cricket is not the number one sport there.
Yeah,
It's swimming, track and field. Obviously, football is their number one,
football is
rugby.
there. Rugby.
So, I mean, to be honest, cricket is would be number 4 or 5. And
Hmm.
if you take, I mean, if and English summer is all about cricket. You take cricket out of English summer, then cricket is not there in England. So
And
from a sports perspective, from a cricket as a sport perspective in England, you have to open it up, and that's where I was watching. I was actually reading Michael Vaughan's tweet the other day. I mean, open up recreational cricket. I mean, cricket that generally you play club cricket over the weekend every summer. Open that up as well. Yeah, follow protocols. If you've opened up, my point is, if you've opened up companies and if you've opened up factories and all that, I mean,
hmm.
why not a cricket field? Yes, you need to follow those protocols, as in, saliva being banned and all that jazz. Follow that, please do.
I
But
think
then,
yeah, 100% sure a cricket ground is sparsely populated compared to a factory or any other shop for that matter. Even
yeah,
your grocery store will have more people than a cricket ground. So
yeah,
no point
I think
holding back.
that Boris Johnson's statement came out, and the reason why the authorities in England are not opening up recreational cricket, club cricket and all. But
Hmm.
I, I guess they need to. I mean, cricket as a sport needs that to happen, especially in England.
And as you rightly said, it's not the number one sport. And generally, if things had been normal, we would have been what 4 months into the English season, so they would have been entering the last 2 months, July and August. They generally finish by first week of September.
Most
Yeah,
importantly, what Kaushik has mentioned here, the 100. I mean,
yeah,
listen, we're all waiting for that 100. I mean, obviously they said they're not going to happen this season, but I was looking forward to the 100, especially this English summer. Was that was a star attraction, the 100, how they're going to do it and all that. But yeah, I mean, next year,
yeah. So the Mark Wood has apparently given out a very interesting statement. If you see the last line, at the
yeah,
state, if this continues, we won't be able to find our next Butler, Root, Stokes, and Archer. Open up
absolutely.
cricket.
You have to, because anyone who's been there in England during summers would know how big cricket is in summer, and cricket is not played in the winters.
Yeah,
Only your expats who are there, as in Indian, Pakistanis, and Sri Lankans, and to a certain extent West Indians who are there. Only they play cricket 12 months a year. But as an English sport, it's only a summer sport, right? For the basic locals there, and they play it passionately. They play that sport passionately during the summer. And if you're not going to play cricket in the summer, yeah, I mean, they will find something else to play in summer. I mean, you're already having EPL in the month of June end. I mean, July you will have it, right? You're going to have football in August. You're going to have the Europa and the Champions League
Champions
in
League.
August, right? So, I mean, listen, the competition for cricket will only get tougher for countries like England.
Absolutely. I think Deep, we've mostly covered the big news of the week. So hopefully the next time we do it, next week we'll probably be inching much closer to Test cricket, and then we'll probably have a better understanding of both the teams
Uh,
and how they're going to stack up.
absolutely, Adi.
Yeah.
So
Anyways,
thank you
Deep,
so much, Adi, and thank you to everyone who joined us. Yeah, and enjoy your mountain view, Adi.
thank you. Thanks, Deep. Catch you next week. Till then, stay safe.
All right, see you guys
Yeah.
later. Bye.
Bye.